Hi friends, today I'm going to talk about a 1973 fantasy drama directed by Stephanie Rothman called Prison Island. Everything on this sharp killer. It certainly looks naive, but the idea itself is interesting. TV reporters are examining footage of the prison island filmed on the streets. 3 years ago, the death penalty for those accused of first-degree murder was replaced with exile. Now criminals are sent to San Bernardino Island, which is better known as the prison island. Escape from the island is impossible because it is surrounded by minefields, and the only small passage for boats is controlled by military destroyers. Journalists have to make a new film and they plan to show those who were sent to the island recently. Bobby was involved in a robbery for $2 million and Lee Phillips blew up a bank that refused to transfer money to her name. Eddie Collins took out the cop. Bunny Campbell sent her parents to the next world. Joylyn sent her husband, Dr. Norman Milford, as a serial killer, and here are the latest candidates for the settlement of Carmen Sims. TV people are happy. They get good material. The Pocket leads the policeman to the island, reads her rights and puts the woman on the island. The first thing she sees in the coastal waters is the bodies of dead prisoners. A woman settles down for the night without noticing that a man is watching her from a cliff. She tries to kindle a fire, but it doesn't work out for her, and then a stranger comes down to the shore. He offers Carmen a local squash, but she refuses. This is Dr. Milford. He says that the rest are located nearby and now there are about 40 of them left. Carmen is interested in the number of women on the island, but the man says, "I would like more, and in general on this island of murderers everyone except him, he is innocent." Carmen smiles, understanding, of course. The doctor leaves, and the Pocket remains to spend the night on the shore. In the morning she goes to the prison camp. At this time, Bobby, who has taken over the management of the camp, along with his faithful assistant Munkum, leaves his hut. She fearlessly enters the camp and sees many men and only 3 girls. Carmen is trying to make acquaintance with Bobby's henchman, but he intends to immediately show who is the boss here. The new girl screams, but no one is going to help her. Even the woman goes silently into the hut. In the evening, the camp dweller finds Carmen sleeping on their mattress after a scuffle. She is about to leave, but no one lets her out. Women explain that they are the most valuable commodity here. No one lets them go anywhere. Carmen categorically does not like this and she intends to change the existing system, but in the morning she has to get to work along with the others. She plows the land for a future vegetable garden. After hard work, Carmen wonders if anyone has tried to stand up to Bobby's gang. She is told that there are those who escaped, but no one gives a guarantee that it is not better. Occasional fights break out among the men, but Bobby and Mac brutally put a stop to them. During the day, women work on the construction of a warehouse. The Pocket is covered in blood and the doctor tries to help her, but the overseer drives him away. In the evening, the woman cleans herself up, but Monka enters, announces that they are waiting for the night shift of everyone except Bonnie. She belongs to Bobby and goes only to him. In the morning, the woman distributes food to the men and watches as a fight breaks out, after which the deceased is simply thrown off the cliff. This burial ceremony is insular. After lunch, the women's brigade, guarded by several prisoners, goes to the stream. You need to arrange a laundry and then poor prisoners pounce on their conveyors. These are those who did not want to live according to Bobby's instructions. Having nailed the conveyors, they take the women with them. Enraged, Bobby orders the women to be found and recaptured. In the evening, the company sits by the fire. They eat the game they have caught and imagine how Bobby is furious. Gradually couples begin to form among new acquaintances, and not under duress, but out of pure sympathy. But no one shows sympathy for Teller and the man doesn't like it. He arranges a fight, but the others quickly bring him to his senses. There will be no violence. In the morning the company is going to move on, because every morning they change the parking lot. Women don't like it, run all their lives. On the bank of the stream, Lee finds saltpeter. If you add gray chalk here, you get black gunpowder from which you can make grenades, and Carmen brings this poisonous herb from which curare poison is obtained. This was taught to her by her grandmother, a big fan of magic. Bobby again orders to search every bush on the island and find the fugitives. In the morning, Bobby's men attack the parking lot. A violent fight breaks out and some die. Cornell stays behind to let the others run and fight Monk. The rest run away, but one of the men is wounded. To save him, Eddie goes for the doctor and brings him to his camp, but alas, the doctor can no longer help. In the morning people talk about their situation. They can't run all over the island anymore. Get rid of Bobby and his gang. In addition, Lee starts making grenades, and Carmen makes poison. They bury the dead. The doctor decides to stay with the new company. At this time, in Bobby's camp, one of the prisoners is making the simplest radios and the leader finds the right wave. Men the ingredients for gunpowder under the supervision of Lee. She is satisfied everything turns out perfectly and now in flasks real grenades need only to strike the fuse before throwing. At this time, Bunny retreats to the waterfall and there she is found by Bobby's people, who hears on the radio that a boat with supplies should arrive in the morning. Friends rush after Bunny and see how a woman is tied to poles on the seashore, and then Bobby begins to beat her with a belt. The woman rushes to help, but realizes that they cannot cope with the bandits and then Bobby sees a police boat. He and his friends are hiding in the rocks. Arriving police officers carry boxes of supplies to the shore. One of the policemen cannot stand it and rush to the aid of a wounded woman. At this time, one of the prisoners swims to the boat, he kills the remaining policeman and, having snatched a gun from him, shoots those who are on the shore. The bandits who jumped out of the ambush arm themselves, leaving one to look after the boat, the rest go to the camp. Friends think about how to grab weapons and decide that the best way is by water. One of them rushes into the ocean, swims up to the boat and shoots the guard with a blowpipe. The bandit falls, and the friends have a gun and a boat from which they drain the fuel. At that moment, the doctor sees Bonnie and rushes to her aid. In the camp, Bobby is accused of cowardice, and he justifies how many of the right people have already died. At night by the fire, the doctor says that he was convicted for disconnecting the already dead patient from the life support apparatus and he does not want to return to where everyone betrayed him. In the morning people go to Bobby's camp, but it is deserted. Having developed a plan of action, everything diverges according to the planned points. A woman prepares cans of gasoline. As soon as the time comes, Bunny must put it through the pipes of the warehouse and set it on fire. The rest prepare to attack. The toilet is the first to be blown up by one of the bandits. Panic begins in the camp. No one can understand what is happening well. Bobby and Munka open fire on the captured weapons during the shootout. Karnal dies. Bobby fires hiding in a warehouse and then Lee grabs a grenade and runs to the bunker. An explosion is heard, and Bobby remains alive and shoots a woman in the back. The wounded man gets to Bobby's bunker and asks to open the door for him. Now they shoot back together. Monk is angered by Bobby wasting too much ammo. Joy signs to Bonnie, but the woman is in a stupor and can't remember what she should do. She hurries to help the wounded, but she herself gets hit by a bullet and then the doctor runs to her. He hides her in a safe place, and he rushes to the pipes and lets fuel into the drain, and then sets it on fire. Bobby smelled gasoline too late. An explosion is heard that spreads the bunker from which the burning Bobby emerges. Enraged Eddie sees Monk and is about to shoot the enemy, but stops as a result of the explosion. The man is burned and blind. Its end. Peace and quiet in the camp. The hut has been restored, people are doing housework, even the blind monk has been assigned to the case and he carries water. The doctor and Bunny go to the seashore, the policemen arrive and ask to invite Drive. Milford. A new trial awaits him on the mainland, but the doctor says that Milford is dead. He doesn't want to go back, now it's his home. A new woman comes ashore and listen to the words of greeting welcome to the prison island. One of the many films in the Women in Prison series that were popular in the 70s, then the theme of women's struggle for their rights was over the top in the United States of America. In such pictures, all the prisoners were necessarily beauties, as a rule, innocently convicted, who, in the end, necessarily sought justice and met unearthly love. Friends, thanks for watching. Write in the comments what you think about this movie and please don't forget to support us with likes and subscribe to the channel.